I would describe Baltimore as warm. It's a place where we rely heavily on each other, on the connections that we have. That's how we got our strength. And Baltimore love is different love. Like, people will love you for anything you do. Even if it's something small, they'll support you.
Baltimore is a city that has a lot of heart. It loves all things that allow us to express who we are at our core and who we are as a collective. When we think about some of the underrepresented and underserved communities, we recognize that there are limitations to how effectively we've been able to meet the needs of young people. My name is Teresa Jones, the Chief Achievement and Accountability Officer for Baltimore City Public Schools. I'm really excited about this opportunity to partner with Baltimore's Promise as we're making a difference here collectively in the interest of young people in Baltimore.
If leaders had a better understanding of what young people experience during the summer, then programs would be created specifically to meet those needs, and they would have a better understanding of where young people are coming from.
With the Baltimore City Youth Data Hub, ultimately the health equity goal is intended to make sure that we are creating opportunities for all young people in this city. That idea is being first implemented with the summer engagement ecosystem as its first use case.
Sometimes systems are set up in certain ways for certain marginalized groups to not succeed. So in order to make changes in the systems that we don't like, sometimes we might have to go against the grain. Sometimes we might have to do things that are unconventional.
Baltimore's Promise happens to be the administrative arm of the Baltimore Summer Funding Collaborative, and the Summer Funding Collaborative is made up of about 12 to 15 funders. The Annie E. Casey Foundation happens to be one of the founding members of the collaborative, and we are proud to support the Baltimore's Promise in their administration of the summer application season.
What we know about summer programming is that it's one of those critical puzzle pieces in the success for kids. We need to make smart decisions. We need to make sure we're maximizing the resources that we have. And so learning from what happens each summer to be able to build, improve, and work in partnership with all of our agencies and nonprofits to really think strategically each year, how do we do better? How do we get to those young people who need these opportunities most?
The risk of not investing in summer programming or the collection of those summer programmings continues to widen the gap of meaningful opportunities for youth and their counterparts.
What we've been able to do and what's really exciting is we've been able to integrate hundreds and thousands of records of young people's data across all these different spaces. And so instead of feeling like there's these little dots of data that exist, they're now all together telling one story about the experience in the city of Baltimore.
Because that allows us to target supported services and model those programs across the city and provide more meaningful opportunities for youth all across Baltimore.
There's an African proverb that says, spiders who web together can take down a lion. So it's not about one individual person doing one individual thing. It's about us coming to a collective mindset of this is what we want to address. This is the lion that we want to take down, and we all have to be on the same accord.
None of this work at the Baltimore City Youth Data Hub would have been possible without the good faith relationships that we've built with institutions and our community members over the past decade.
The philanthropic community provides the resources, Baltimore's Promise provides the information, but it's the community who actually provides the programming, and that's the crucial part. They get the foot traffic, they get the young people that come to the door, and so without all three people working together, building trust, we can't have a successful summer programming season.
So year one was all about building up our governance structures, and year two is taking that a step further by actually getting the data, integrating the data, and actually producing products that help improve policies and practices in Baltimore City.
A year ago, that was just an idea. Today, we have individuals that are actually participating in regular discussions around data that are part of that Community Research and Action Committee.
We're integrating the data at very high match rates, and we're able to actually work on projects with our community members and with data agencies.
We are at the early stages of experiencing the true potential of having a Baltimore City Youth Data Hub in place.
If we invest now, there are better outcomes for our community, for our city, for us as human beings.
The Baltimore City Youth Data Hub really is predicated on a belief that love drives action.
So allowing that space for young people to become who they truly meant to be, I feel like that's what showing love to young people in Baltimore looks like.